Hey guys, Phil here, and I'm going to do a review of Chinese black tea. This variety is Lapsang Souchong tea, also known as Dechunxian Xiao. The name Lapsang Souchong means pinewood smoked small leaf tea, so as one expects, the aroma of this tea is delicately smoky. There's also overtones of fruit and a hint of sweetness, although the tea itself is not sweetened. The dry leaves are a uniform dark green, almost black color. I'll show you how to prepare the tea, then comment on its flavor and quality. So first off, you notice that I'm using a relatively small teapot. There's a practical reason for this. You see, a small teapot allows you to brew small batches multiple times without oversteeping the tea leaves. You'll get a shorter brewing time with a stronger concentration, and limit degradation of flavor in subsequent brews by minimizing the heat exposure, and thus oxidation, of the leaves. This method of brewing requires 4 teaspoons to 1 cup of water. If that sounds like a lot, keep in mind that you'll be able to get 4 or 5 brews out of each batch of leaves, which comes out to 5 cups of tea or an average of 1 teaspoon of leaves per cup. Most of these steps are optional, but lend to providing the optimal tea drinking experience. First, boil enough water for the amount of tea you'd like to brew. Before brewing the tea, you'll want to prepare your teapot and cup by pouring a bit of boiling water into the teapot and cups to heat up the vessels. This allows the tea to maintain its temperature while you brew and enjoy your tea. Then add your dry tea leaves to the teapot. Traditionally, the tea is rinsed by adding a small amount of hot water to the leaves and immediately pouring it out. This minimizes the presence of any small particles ending up in your tea. For the first infusion, you want to steep the tea leaves for about 30 seconds. Try to empty the pot so the leaves aren't sitting in any residual hot water, and leave the teapot lid ajar to allow excess heat to escape. Note the deep red and golden amber color. A good black tea should never be too dark, as this gives the tea an acrid sour and oftentimes bitter taste. For the second brewing, a common mistake is to brew for a longer period of time than the first, but using this method, the leaves are already primed and the second brewing takes only a few seconds. The third infusion will take the original 30 seconds, and with subsequent infusions, add a bit more time as the tea leaves are mostly spent. How does it taste? One might assume that because its aroma is smoky, that the flavor would be bitter, but this is not the case. The tea is smooth with a nice roasted flavor. It has a full-bodied taste and lacks bitterness. There is no sour aftertaste like some commercial tea bags. You'll also note that it doesn't have the astringency typically associated with black teas like Lipton, and it won't leave your mouth feeling dry afterwards. Its flavor complements red meats and bourbons well. Black tea has about half the caffeine of coffee and can actually have a soothing and relaxing effect. I hope you enjoyed this review. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and join me next time.